Hi, welcome back to Zebras and Crocodiles. We're going to continue the 49000 restoration here. As you can see, I already got the visor on. I'll show you some aggravating footage of that. First task of the day is we're going to go up to the top of the truck there, and I need to find the length of the bolts that attach the support beam to the visor. Let's do that. Woo-wee. Anyways, here's the holes. Ta-da! And yeah, they go through like two pieces of metal. So we're gonna stick, oh, they don't even fit. Oh my gosh. Okay, plan C. Gonna figure out what goes through there. We're inside the truck now. I did find 3 older bolts since the bolts that I had didn't fit. There we go. So yeah, these bolts fit, so I'm gonna find either the last one or I'll get some new ones to put in here. So got the bolts. These are my tank bolts. I broke one, so I'm going to try to find 4 of them at the local agro center, and then I only have 3 of these for the roof. First time I ever went into a store and actually found exactly what I wanted. Whole $6 later, we can put everything together. Whoever thought about doing this is kind of dumb in my theory, because the pressure from the wind just bends this whole top here. What I ended up doing is put some butyl in between to hold the water out, but I also added this channel just in case the butyl doesn't totally work over time. So this should shed water away from these holes. There shouldn't be any water because of the thing, or of the visor up here, but you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. See if I could put this thing up alone. I might need to get a hand, but we will see. So my issue here, I had to replace the squash nut in behind here, and while putting this bolt in, it actually started spinning the squash nut. So I gotta figure out what to do. I would like to have the bolt in so it holds this panel in place, but yeah, no goods. I'll get back to you when I figure it out. So what I did, I had a squash in here that started turning. Instead of taking this all off and having it happen again, I just drilled a 1 3/8 hole and put a nut through there into the pillar, and then we're just gonna go whoop, 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 like that. And no one will know, right? Even though the other side doesn't have it, but no one will know. So, as you can see, we got the air tanks all painted up here. This one is the wet tank. Basically, before there's like crazy electronic air dryers. You had an alcohol sipper, I guess. It's basically a jug of alcohol or methanol, and it lets it evaporate into these tanks. And this is the wet tank. This is the first tank the compressor goes into, so all the water will collect in this tank before any of the other tanks. So this is the one you want to keep as dry as possible, but the alcohol usually does a pretty good job. When you have the alcohol sipper, it usually doesn't reach too much into the other tanks. Anyways, we have this tank. We have two valves going this way on it. We have a drain valve, and then we have a blow-off valve right there. On the end, we do have another valve that I'm going to stick on it, and we'll get to it here. There's these two guys here. They have a compression fit. I'm not replacing those hoses. That's why I went out to look. They go on the end of this guy. Right there. So we'll get those on. And then this tank is done. Cough. So this is the auxiliary secondary or primary tank, I guess you should say. We should say. This one is just extra air for the brakes, for the drive tires. So all it needs is a plumb out and a bleeder off valve there, and then we're going to plug this hole. We're going to do a 90. Tank sits a little bit further back than where I thought it would, so the 90 will work fine on it. So the primary and auxiliary tanks are sort of the same. They have that end, and then over here they have the blow-off end. Sort of like the auxiliary, but it's longer and it has more valves coming out of it. And this is our next one. I'm probably just going to show one of these guys because they're both the same in the end. So first tank we're going to install is the auxiliary tank. It's pretty simple. It goes on the very back of the truck here. And this is it. They've already come across an issue. Slide it in like this. We have to run a line from there, and then we're just going into the tank right there. And that tank is done. There we go. It's supposed to be a green line, but we'll pretend it's a green line. So let's run in there, now to the other tank. Next here is the wet air tank. It goes underneath the passenger side air box. It felt like it was a pain to put in last time. We'll see. We'll start by taking out these oldies here. I'm gonna do the two last tanks in this kind of view here. Hopefully it's a good enough view for you guys. I tried starting the truck and I was running for a while and I was like, why isn't my new tanks airing up? What's wrong? I forgot to install the freaking the methanol evaporator that goes right there. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's one.
That's one.
So I'm going to go again.
Okay.
The tape is somewhere.
Tape's right back where it was, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Bump it just a hair. Again, just a hair. It's just about there. So it's basically half to one.
We in the truck now. I got my tach. We have air. And we have a less than a quarter tank of fuel. We have batteries. We don't know about the heat yet. Never got it hot enough. And there we go. Full day's work. Got her started. Got the blocks out. It moves under its own power now. The tanks are in. We have a little bit of an air leak, which seems to be coming from this guy right there. So I have to figure that out in the future. We got the RPM gauge working. The air tank's on, like I said. We got that on. Here's my testing hose. Just trying to find air leaks while I had time. We have the new air methanol humidifier, I guess. Basically sucks up methanol and sticks into the tanks. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and you like it, thank you. I appreciate it. If you think this is content that you would enjoy in the future, I plan on making a lot more. If you think that, subscribe. I'm going to skedaddle now. Oh yeah, I got that on, but we said that in the morning. So anyways, I'm going to skedaddle. You guys have a good day, night, morning, whatever. See ya.